Okay, so now let's do your weekly prediction. So yeah, as usual, we're gonna start with from Capricorn. Then we're gonna start with your keeper portion. Then your keeper table, and yeah, let's see from there. So let's put on 20. Okay, let's start off with Capricorn. What do you need to know next week? Just for next week. So this will be quite like one or two message for each keeper and table. So what Capricorn need to know for next week? What do you guys need to know? Okay. This lately keep coming back. Why did it here? What? Why you guys put all the reversal? My God. But Okay, yours is picking up. I feel like something related to your work. So something about someone that you know in your work situation. It's possible it's your boss. It's there's a high from based on this reading. Every one of you will be in different situation. But how's this person come up? They kind of like come up as a fake person. So basically, not the one that you think they are. So they come up as a false person reverse. So you already known about them. They kind of halted your growth in the work aspect, and because of that growth being halted, right, you actually cannot make more money. So I'm seeing that either you already know about this person as a false person, or you're gonna get to know about them next week, and that mischievous way or whatever you want to call that. Yeah, that. You also got some sort of great fortune next week, so extra money. I'm not sure from where. Definitely not from your work. It's not from a message. Oh, it's from a family member. So for you guys, Capricorn, that has a family that is quite wealthy, you may get money from them. I don't think it's a will or anything related to that, because you got all the message in reverse, the paperwork in reverse. So I don't think it's come from that. So it's simply just like, I'm not sure. Maybe they want something, or they win a project or whatever, so they can kind of want to share the wealth. So yeah, that's coming up for some of you. Anything else? You put a lot of reversal on keeper. For the one that in relationship, somewhat the connection is there. If you're dealing with your person kind of like a bit immature, they're gonna try to step up this week. And for quite some time, they're actually trying to step up. So yeah, I feel like if you're wanting them to change, yes, they're on the path of doing that. The identification, they're quite immature. That's all that I know. Okay, let's go to your tail portion. Tail, what Capricorn need to know next week? What Capricorn need to know next week? What's coming up into their life next week? Let's go. Let's see. Yours is, what's your first message is you have lack of confidence in a relationship. Oh, for some of you it's a lack of confidence about relationship, but for most of you it's a lack of confidence about your work. Like you feel like you cannot win the project, or you cannot get new job for the one that looking for a job, something related to that, because it's come up with the contract. So something related to contract that you are not confident about that contract. But I'm seeing you are working, so what's this contract about? Yeah, for the one that actually been waiting for a contract, whether it's a job employment, new job, or even simply as a new project going to be signed for you, something around that paperwork contract, right? I feel like it's going to come, because I clarify the result is temperance upright, meaning that you need to wait, kind of waiting patiently. So yeah, so don't like get discouraged. I'm seeing you're working next week, gainfully employed, doing quite well. So I don't see anything to worry about your work. What's your next message? Okay, for the one that dealing with some, okay, what's the secret come up before I say further? Okay, for the one that dealing with someone in the past, the secret already come out that they're kind of toxic. It's just telling me that either they're toxic or they got some addiction. So either you ghost them or they ghost you or somebody disappear, right? This person, expect this person coming back, or either they come back or you come back. Also, it tells from here you actually got a lot of good memories with this person, positive memories, 6 of cup upright. So yeah, expect this person to message you or you message them, which whoever initiate that, I'm not sure, but there will be a messaging. For some of you, even try to heal this connection, start off as a friend again. So yeah, so that's your message for next week. Let's move on. So as usual, will be quite short message. I'll be doing all sign monthly soon. Back to doing each individual sign. So now it's Aquarius. So Aquarius, let's do your keeper for next week. Okay, Aquarius, what do you need to know next week? What do you need to know next week for Aquarius? What Aquarius need to know next week? Message, decision, stress about. Okay, this goes on circle about money. So some of you gonna need to, what's the decision that you need to make about lover? So some of you gonna, I feel like this related to about choosing which one you want to focus next week, work or money. Let me just give you a sneak peek. Work, if you're focused on work, is this the result, but if you do focus on this, obviously you don't get the money, but I feel like you're gonna receive a message. I feel like this coming up from your person, and they're gonna ask you to make a decision which one you want to focus more. Is it them or is it the work? Then I'm seeing you kind of like stress about it, so that's coming up. So I already give you a sneak peek. If you're focusing on your work, the result is money. A lot of you guys actually don't like your work. Yeah, I mean, who like work, right? But it's talking about like you don't have any passion with your work. So a lot of you actually doing that. Next week, you're kind of, I'm seeing you still, you gotta make a adult decision to just continue about it. But I'm seeing you got a concern whether you think that this can continue on or not. Why everyone keep pulling this also? Okay, for Aquarius, that in your family, for Aquarius, that in their family they have someone that kind of like high rank. High rank can mean many things, right? In maybe like a manager, boss, or even like high rank in the official, like a police. It's talking about there will be some extra income from that person. I'm not sure what it's talking about, but definitely there is something extra money for you next week, and it's talking about from family situation. So yeah, let's go on to your table portion. Okay, table. What Aquarius need to know? What is Aquarius need to know next week on me? New beginning about what's this talking about? Okay, a lot of you guys gonna have a new beginning. Okay, how you know this is your story, right? In the past the connection is not successful, so now you kinda a bit worried whether this time gonna be successful. And I feel like in the past either kinda like communication is struggling, or someone suddenly like disappear, goes radio silent when they communicate or for messaging. And another thing, for some of you, I feel like you already get over this situation, you're not stressed about it, you're gonna have a new beginning. Ace of Wands upright, so a very sexual one, so either with reconnection or something around that. I'm not sure if now you're already talking with that person, but that's how you know that the identification of that, whether is this your story or not. What else you need to know? Okay, Ten of Cups. It's just continuing that. For some of you, you're in the past, you kind of like think this person is your person. Ten of Wands upright, but your person is kind of like, they like to bring drama, and the connection is kind of like one-sided. At some point you already look at them negatively, so that's another identification, that's the clarification. So yeah, if behind all this you're gonna have a new beginning. So anything else new that they need to know? Still talking the same thing, they don't want to address anything. Okay, this time when you reconnect, when you have a new connection, new beginning with them, right, it's gonna be quite stable. I'm seeing less, like no drama at all. Two of Cups, Eight of Swords reverse, Chariot. Some of you also in the future will be traveling with them, go visiting other countries or moving together kind of energy. So I just want to give me this one storyline, it's not giving me anything else. So yeah, for the one that in that yeah, I feel like this time the new beginning gonna be quite successful, so just look forward for it. Okay, Pisces now. Let's do Pisces. Okay, Pisces. What Pisces need to know next week? What Pisces need to know next week? Success coming towards you, wedding, marriage. I feel like, okay, put it very generally, a lot of you guys gonna have a quite success in your work, attention on yours. Next thing, if you put it together, a lot of you guys that in quite good connection next week, expect, if you're already stable, expect your person to pop a question. If you have somewhat like just mutually exclusive kind of thing, maybe they go to the next stage, which is maybe moving in, things like that. So yeah, basically proceeding toward the next stage in your relationship. Okay, what is this here? Ending of a bad work situation. I'm not sure what's going to happen to you guys next week, but it's talking about ending of a bad work situation and ending in a good way, because following that is the official person. So a lot of you guys are gonna get a promotion next week, but it's pretty good reading. All your card is upright. Some of you guys that actually going through this, if you stick on that situation, right, like basically you go through the progression, one day you're gonna become a wealthy man. Anything else? What the hell is this? You're gonna also next week, a lot of you guys gonna meet someone, unexpected love coming towards you. You come up with a thoughts fever. So basically when you're not thinking about love, that's when the love coming towards you. That's the only thing it's giving me. Okay, this person also, one thing that's quite good about this person, I feel like this straight away you gotta know that this person want to be your person. They like don't want any other person, like they don't keep option, things like that. So straight away you're gonna know about it. So yeah, that's for you next week. Quite good reading so far. Is the best from Keeper for Pisces next week. Okay, Table for Pisces next week. What they need to know next week? What they need to know next week. Something been dragging on. Gonna have some sort of renewal. Yeah, I feel like it's a connection that's been dragging on, that reverse. Either you or this person gonna reignite the romance. Ace of Wands upright, Page of Wands upright. So the messaging between you two will be like quite sexual, quite romantic kind of feeling. How do they know is this their story? Six of Cups reverse, Three of Wands reverse. Basically, you already turn your back towards this person. You don't see them in the positive light. So yeah. So why their intention now want to reignite? Let's dig in a bit. They do. Okay, this person actually want something serious with you, Queen of Pentacles, Chariot. But what I don't like attached toward it is the Five of Wands. So they may play a bit of like love games kind of thing. Not the bad kind of thing, but yeah. So they do want something solid with you. Queen of Pentacles upright is a good indication. They want to nurture the connection. So if you feel like you can heal it, go for it, because the clarification is quite good. Okay, what else? For the one that has been wanting for a new opportunity, unfortunately next week is not there yet. Lack of success. I feel it's talking about your work. Lack of success. But I'm seeing you have still confidence that you're gonna get it, or at least either you're gonna get it or you're gonna get something better in the future. You got the Magician here. So yeah, just keep that Magician energy with you. Either this new opportunity, I'm probably this one related to your professional, because it's come up with a Pentacle energy. Either that opportunity is not coming next week or it's gonna fail between these two. But I'm seeing that you're still confident because you feel like in the future there is something good gonna coming on to your life. So yeah, good energy for you next week. So far the best feeling. Okay, well, let's go to 4D. Let's go to Aries. Aries. What Aries need to know next week, Keeper? What they need to know? What Aries need to know next week? What Aries need to know next week? Overcoming your financial situation, health situation generally gonna become better. For the one that dealing with a financial situation, from now on your situation gonna like improving slowly but surely. And if you feel like you cannot improve, yes you can improve that. That means if you feel like for some reason it's kind of like in a bad situation, there is some option that you haven't seen. Okay, I'm seeing that I'm not sure what's your relationship with this person. It come up again as a fourth person, but this time it's upright, right? I'm seeing that you're kind of like expecting this person not being supportive whatsoever, but I'm seeing that's the opposite going to happen next week. So yeah, I'm not sure why this fourth person lately keep coming back. It can be as simply someone just use a mask. Doesn't like necessarily mean they want to scam you or anything. They may try to hide their feeling or their emotion. That's their way doing it. But I'm seeing that you kind of think that this person wants to give you support or anything or something around that next week, but they do the opposite of it. They're actually being supportive. So yeah, and last message. You also pull the Great Fortune reverse, but you also pull the Privileged Lady reverse. So I feel like you do make money, but you also spend your money as fast as you make it. So as usual, the advice is maybe like kind of like scrutinize what you're spending. If you can cut things, then you cut things. That's how you actually can improve your finance. So let's go to your table. That false person lately keep coming back for a lot of sign. It's been a while I haven't pulled like false person storyline. Like in the past 2 months, just now it's just suddenly keep popping back. Okay, table portion Aries. What they need to know next week only. Some secret gonna come out. Some secret gonna come out about your financial situation. Okay, I got 2 messages. Some secret gonna come out about your financial situation, and from that you kind of like, I'm not sure what's going to happen after that secret come out, but I'm seeing you kind of like want to get the root of that financial situation. What's the issue, things kind of thing. You kind of being confident, want to get to the bottom of that. So yeah, that's I'm predicting that going to happen in your life. For the one that actually, but this secret come out, why? But why come up as the secret? Okay. Okay, next one we can read it from a relationship. You also got someone gonna come back into your life. This time they come back, they want to make things right with you. A King of Wands. They are fire sign, very attractive, very confident. I feel like in the past they kind of like, I'm not sure what they've done, but now they want to make things right. For some of you, they even apologize by leaving you. Some of you, they ghost you. They will come back towards you, try to build things, and I think they're going to confess. Actually, it tells that in the past, the secret that come out, right, or the secret they're gonna say is something about timing. So they may say something related to like the timing is not right that time, things like that. And you kind of don't have confidence that this person can be your long-term person, but you do have feelings for them, 2 of Cups. So yeah, and they come back actually want to make things right. So it's a decent reading, so it's really up to you if you want to proceed with that or not. Anything else? Some of you next week will be kind of like indecisive whether want to do traveling or not, or planning for travel. And for the one that doing collaboration, either you're gonna decide to collaborate next week, but I'm seeing you kind of have some sort of worry about collaborating with others because you worry that people are gonna steal your ideas. So I'm seeing that you kind of like just go back and forth. I'm not seeing you're gonna make a decision yet, but it's kind of like back and forth. What's the advice that I had some worry about people going to steal their idea? Avoid. You can work together, you can share your idea, but a little bit. Don't share the whole thing. Avoid sharing the full thing, like your biggest, like your long-term plan. That's the advice. Okay, Taurus now. Okay, let's do Taurus. Okay, Taurus next week. What do you guys need to know? Only for next week. Only for next week for Taurus. Now the thief. What the hell? Oh, okay. Okay, this talking for Taurus that has a child. You're gonna feel like your kids next week gonna suck your time. Your kid and your work gonna suck your time. You feel like you don't have time for yourself. So yeah, that's, I feel like just hanging there is just for next week. Okay, for the one that has been, I'm talking like the scenario is like your person, or you want to be chosen by someone in the past. They keep kind of like not choosing you. Expect, I'm not seeing that they're gonna choose you, but expect somewhat what do you call that, some connection of something solid. They're gonna offer something solid. I'm not sure whether they're gonna offer a relationship or not, but they may offer something solid with it, like let's see things how it goes, something like that. Let's go for with the dating kind of thing. So this is only applicable if you're dealing with someone that kind of keep not choosing you. So I'm not sure why they want you now, and also not sure if you really want to be with them or not. You also got unexpected income, so that means someone, almost all sign pull this so far, so you kind of like have extra income but not the biggest amount. A delaying on your travel, gonna make a decision about ending things off. I feel this is clarifying that one. You're gonna make a decision whether you want to end things with that situation, the romantic one that I mentioned, or you still want to like hang on and see where it goes. Okay, let's go to table. So for Taurus next week, only what they need to know. Taurus next week, what they need to know. Delay on travel, that's very strong. I feel like you need to wait for the time. I'm not sure why the time is here. Also for the one that has, before I say further, what is this about? Okay, this is talking about that connection. Yeah, that's connection. So remember that connection that in the past kind of like keep failing, never fully mature, or you're not being chosen, right? It's talking about the time is right. So I'm really leaving up to you guys whether you still want to continue with that person or not. And if for some of you in the past they kind of friend zone you, they want to put you out from that friend zone. Basically the messaging, the communication between you two gonna become more of like romantic, more passionate. Yeah, if they put you in the friend zone in the past, they kind of like going to put you out from that. So yeah, anything else? You're not close or but still. It's clarifying that. So I feel like a couple of times in the past that connection failed to materialize because you got Ace of Cup reverse. And for some of you, this is actually talking about you already feel out of love with this person. You already get over them. So really up to you guys want to continue with that or not. Some of you guys will be end these things and basically move on without them. Okay, that's interesting. For the one that actually walk away, right, from that connection, you're gonna meet someone suddenly, the Tower. That can be your long-term 10 of Cup. And the identification of this person, they're kind of like boss, Aries, Emperor. So basically, they're quite stable. Not just quite stable, they're very stable in everything. So yeah, if you do feel like you're out of love from this person that I've been describing, just walk away because you're gonna just get into another connection, a sudden connection, Tower, sudden connection. Either way, the result is quite good for you. So yeah, just take how you want to proceed. I feel like it's just both ways. I feel like quite decent. So yeah. Okay, let's go to Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Next week. Gemini next week. What you guys need to know for next week. This one to come up. What's this? Concern. There will be some sort of concern around what? Some extra spending, unexpected spending. So you will have some sort of unexpected spending next week. Lack of success. Or lack of success in a relationship. For the one in connection, somewhat in connection is there, right? You're gonna like realize that you are more mature from that person, so you kind of feel like, you know, the feeling like, oh, cannot be my person because we are not the same level kind of feeling. You're gonna feel that next week. Anything else? For the one that in, wait, okay. For the one that actually in bad spending habits, you're gonna like change into saving more. You're gonna be improving, taking care about your spending, scrutinize your financial. Then again, you keep pulling up this. I think I either in your 6 month or in the what do you need to know right now. You keep pulling the wealthy man, so I'm not sure how you're gonna become a wealthy. A lot of you guys in the path of becoming wealthy, but I feel it just needs time. Anything else? Oh, okay. When you overcome your financial situation, that's when you meet your person. When you overcome your financial situation, a lot of you guys is kind of in shaky financial situation. So when you overcome that, when you feel stable financially, that's when you meet your person. So you don't need to kind of like rush meeting with people or anything like that. Just take care of your finance first. Okay, Gemini, table, what they need to know next week. Next week only, please. New love, Ace of Cup, with a player. What the hell? Oh, the player this time want to make things right. So I feel like this player already in your life. For the one that dealing with player, expect there's a chance for a new love, like Ace of Cup, like become a committed, somewhat committed with this person. This time, this player, if kind of like one-sided in the past, they try to make things right with you. They try to bring balance. And for some of you, if they kind of hurt you in the past, they're probably going to apologize towards you. That's a very high energy of them doing that. Okay, I got mixed message. For a different group of Gemini that already fell out love with your person, you're gonna end things with them. That the reason you fell out, like you're not, like, how you call that, fell out of love, right? So the reason you fell out of love with this person, right, because in the past they keep ignoring you. You feel like insignificant towards whatever action you do towards them is quite insignificant, so you feel like a failure. So you're gonna end things with them. Some of you Gemini gonna stay singles next week. And for the one that actually got a new offer of love from this player, some of you may also go through this part where you're just gonna end things with them because you feel like they're still a player. So yeah, you got a couple more people coming into your life next week. Wow, you got 3 more people. At least it can be 3, it can be 2 people, but they got like different energy kind of vibe. But safe to say, I think some of you guys, if you go out next week, you're gonna meet a couple more people. Avoid the one that kind of like narcissistic, bitchy, King of Swords reverse. There is one with the King of Cup. Go with the King of Cup if you can. This one is actually King of Swords reverse. King of Swords reverse is basically bitchy, narcissistic kind of behavior. So be careful around that next week when you're connecting with people. Fill them out. If you're dealing with the narcissistic one, just cut them off. Anything else? Nothing much. That's all. So your stable is all about love, about emotional stuff. Let's put 34 for Cancer. Oh my. Okay, let's do Cancer. Next week, Cancer. What do you guys need to know next week? Okay, let's see. Okay. The same combination. Similar with Gemini. Some of you guys got Gemini in your chart, so you may want to check that message. It's talking about someone you already fall out. You're not expecting them to message you. They're gonna message you, and it come up as a concern, and they're gonna act like they're mature this time. Quite similar with Gemini's storyline about the player that want to make things right. So yeah, if you do have Gemini in your chart, do check that. Basically just tells that, yeah, this person gonna act like all kind of mature thing. Why you have this? Be careful about your spending, or maybe scrutinize. Come into my mind, you need to scrutinize like whatever you're paying. You pull the Great Fortune reverse. And some of you that are dealing with scammer, you may get your money back next week, but not the full amount. That's why you get the Great Fortune reverse. Okay, next week, a lot of you guys gonna stress about your love life. Okay. You see, a lot of sign pull this, the Great Fortune reverse, but to counter that, you guys actually pull either unexpected income or sudden wealth. For your case, it's sudden wealth. So you got some sort of, either you pay something or you're being scammed, you don't get the full amount back. But then to counter that, universe give you some extra money from, I don't know from where. Each one of you will have different case. So yeah, pretty balanced things for you. The only thing that I'm not sure why you kind of stress out about your love life next week. Maybe the energy is there just to make you feel like that. You feel like your love life is always failing. So yeah, just be careful around that energy. Don't get into like too down about that situation. Tell you what's Cancer need to know next week? Okay, let's see. Well, what's your message? About what? Oh, a lot of you guys that dealing in kind of like shitty work situation. I'm seeing that next week a lot of you guys gonna like that energy kind of intense. You kind of like see things very negatively about your work. So just make sure, be careful not to lash out to people. I'm seeing also next week you're kind of busy, you're on the full work mode, try to get shit done, which is kind of good, but just be careful, don't fall into workaholic vibe. And I kind of like, I'm not sure why I feel like I need to say that. Don't lash out to your colleague or with the customers, because you kind of have like negative outlook about your current work. Some of you also kind of like thinking whether you should invest your time on this work or actually looking out other kind of work, but I think you just stress about it, you're not taking action yet. So yeah, anything else? Why the Ace of Wands here? What's this with the past connection? You also pull, what's a kind of repetitive, kind of very similar with Gemini. You also pull a new beginning with the connection in the past that still dragging, not yet closed off. A secret gonna come out that this person actually too fearful in the past. They're gonna come back, try to make things right. Because they're being too fearful, you kind of like not trusting them and you kind of feel like a failure. So similar with Gemini. So a lot of you guys actually probably had Gemini in your sign. Or you guys, Gemini got Cancer, because it keep coming up with this storyline. So yeah, that's for you next week. That's all I have. Okay, move on. Leo, what Leo need to know next week? What Leo need to know next week? Leo sign. Again with this false person? Oh my god. Next week, for you guys that know that you're dealing with a cheater or liar, I'm seeing that you're gonna reminiscing about this person. I'm not sure why. The energy is there. So if you suddenly kind of think about this person, just keep in mind next week the energy is kind of like that. You are overcoming your financial situation. A lot of signs get this kind of reading also. Some of you guys, wait, before I say further. Okay, some of you guys not expecting need to pay extra about, especially for the one that buying a house or moving. There's some sort of extra expense that you need to pay next week. It's telling me that you're not expecting that. You thought that everything is already done. Obviously, if you're not moving or if you don't buy a new house, don't take this message. What the hell is this? Okay, next week. Yeah, next week. Do be careful about. Okay, because you pull up the immature person, privileged person reverse, and come up with the courthouse. So do be careful on next week on how you actually act, or don't get your temper kind of lost somewhere, because I'm seeing that there may be some sort of event related with a legal situation where you need to pay a bail or something around that, because you pull the privileged person reverse. So basically privileged person reverse talking about the money flow is not so good, and come up with that courthouse or usually legal situation. So just be careful next week about your temper or something around that. Don't instigate people. Yeah, something around that. Okay, let's go to your table. That's an odd one. Okay, what Leo need to know next week? Okay. You kind of like want to. Okay, for the one that dealing with connection where you kind of like waiting them to offer you, or at least to give you a green light. So they kind of like stall that. I'm not sure how they stall it, but basically it's talking about picking up on the stalling energy. You're gonna decided to drop them because you feel like it's time for you to focus on yourself and focus on your emotional things. You're gonna focus more on your work next week. Some of you even taking courses, honing your skills. Do that. I feel like they're gonna get a lot of progress. Just be careful about your sleep pattern next week. I'm seeing that's kind of problematic for you. Sleep pattern or diet pattern. So around that. Okay, why is this here? With the spas. Okay, you're gonna end things with them. Yeah, it's also picking up the similar storyline. Also, for the one that feel like dealing with someone, it can be the same person or not. It's feel like they kind of string you time to time. They kind of like give you a little bit like breadcrumb energy. And I feel like you're gonna also end things with them. 10 of 1. You're gonna drop the burden with them. You just take that like you got good memories with this person, but that's all. You're gonna back away from that. So basically you're not gonna pursue them. A lot of energy of backing away from a connection from your side. Let's put 44. Your message is quite short now. How about your work? Let me do your work. Yeah, okay. Oh shit. Yeah, you keep pulling the 9 reverse on your work. So be careful about that on your work, because it's the same with keeper portion. So be careful about something. Remember, I'm talking about legal. This legal also come back again the table. So something related to legal that gonna like you need to spend money. So just be careful around that. I'm not sure how you're gonna get into legal situation. There's many kind of legal situations. So yeah, let's just be careful around that. Okay, let me put now Virgo. Okay, Virgo, what do you need to know next week? What Virgo need to know next week? Okay, distant horizon, something far ahead. Okay, wow, this is very odd. Virgo, for the one that has a kid, it's talking about quite far ahead, like 3 to 6 months ahead. There will be a sudden change of your kid, kind of like not being supportive with you. So I'm not sure why it is picking up now. So just keep in mind, I'm predicting that. You also pull the breakup with the false person. Yeah. Ooh. For the one that's dealing with false person that you kind of get to know that they're a liar, they're a cheater or whatnot around that, you're going to have a breakup with them. And I feel like this breakup is kind of unpleasant. There will be like salty ending or bitter ending around that energy. Yeah. Moving, travel. You got travel next week. That makes sense for me. I got travel next week. Why is this here? Okay, for the one that moving, renting, new places, something about paperwork will pop up next week. That's all. I don't think it's something bad. It's just something that you need to settle. That's all. Single. Next week you're gonna be single. I feel like your money flow is good next week. You got the privileged person upright, which is good. You got some sort of extra income. Concerned about what? Expectation from who? Okay, next week, I'm not sure what kind of situation this you're gonna drop. It's basically talking about some sort of situation that just been dragging. You're gonna drop it. Then you're gonna do some sort of, to put it very general, very simple, right? You're gonna take a new direction towards from that situation. But that direction that you're gonna decide you're gonna move forward is actually very good for you. So I'm not sure, each one of you will have different situation that been dragging. So but no matter what direction you take, the forward direction to go to ABC or whatever direction, right? That actually I'm predicting it's gonna be good for you. So just go with your intuition and with your confidence. You got decent reading. I'm not sure, each one of you, it can be as simply you want to change job into different field, but just go pick what field is resonate with you and just go with the confidence. Don't second guess yourself. Okay, let's go to your tarot. Tarot for Virgo. What do you know? What they need to know next week? Did you get the false person? Almost every sign got this false person. Your intuition gonna hype up next week. You're gonna take a break. What are you taking a break for? You're gonna take a break from a liar. So basically, if you've been dealing with a liar, you kind of like don't want to message them. The energy from next week, you're gonna take time off from them. Okay, why the intuition is here? Oh, the secret for you to be successful is to use your intuition, because I'm feeling your intuition gonna be hype up next week. Use that to your advantage. Clarification for that is 6 of Wands. So use that to your advantage next week to make whatever decision you want to make all the money you want to make. Where's the Two of Swords here? Okay. Okay. I like that. What you don't see, right? You are slowly walking forward from all the past negative thing that you experienced. Generally, work, relationship, you're gonna be back to you kind of like being hopeful that your work gonna flourish, your relationship gonna flourish. So expect a very positive energy next week. Okay, for the one that still cannot walk away from a player, they're not gonna change, they're not gonna offer you a love. So I'm not sure why you kind of like feel cannot walk away, but I feel like it's time for you to walk away. They're not gonna offer that love towards you. It's time for you to back away, avoid them. Yeah, avoid them. Tower reverse, 10 of wand. So basically avoid them, release the burden. So yeah, that's all for you. Now let's go to Libra. Let's put 35. Okay, Libra, what do you need to know next week? What do you need to know next week, Libra? What Libra need to know next week? Moving. For the one that move, right, it's gonna be like smooth moving. So if you stress out about your move, I feel like I need to tell you guys, no need. It's gonna be smooth. And next week, for the one that in connection, somewhat stable, you already got your main person, right? Next week, your person kind of like being a bit lack of support towards you, showing a lack of support towards you, like they don't show any concern with your well-being or your life. So that's, I feel like that's just energy there. So just to let you guys know. Okay. Why they're gonna message Libra? Oh. Okay, for the one that somewhat you got quite okay connection between your family, it's predicting something about 3 to 6 months from now on. That one of that family members gonna have like a D rank, like what do you call that? I'm not sure. Like basically, they're gonna derank this person a title from something to lower down kind of thing. So from that, because of them experiencing that, they're gonna tell you that they're gonna delay their travel, something around that. It's not next week, it's sometime 3 to 6 months. Ooh. You also pull the privileged person reverse next week. So it's talking about your financial situation. The money flow is not so good for you next week, but your health is improving. So next week you got something going on in your health in a very good manner. So good energy, good mental health next week. And for the one that kinda doing something shady with your work, be careful about that because you're gonna get caught. So I hope none of you guys actually doing that, but for the one that doing shady thing, you're gonna get caught, so don't do that. Okay, Libra, tarot portion next week. What they need to know for Libra next week? What Libra need to know next week? What Libra need to know next week? Getting over shits. Next week you're gonna get over things very fast. For the one that haven't get over whatever that situation, can be work, can be relationship, you're gonna get over it next week. You become more stable next week. Temperance upright, but somewhat okay. You're gonna become more stable emotionally next week, but somewhat you're kind of hopeless in a relationship, Arena. You feel like you cannot get a long-term relationship. What's the advice that dealing with this? Don't give up, 9 of Wands. Literally it tells you that don't give up, 9 of Wands upright. Also, you got some issue with your confidence, so work on your confidence. You may not notice it, but yes, you have some issue with your confidence, so need to work around that confidence issue. Yes, talking about it, you're starting to get over things from your past. Whether it's a missed opportunity, rejection, you're gonna start getting over that, which is good. What you don't see. Okay. Slowly but surely, you're walking toward improving your confidence. Knight of Pentacle upright, Two of Sword reverse, and clarifying the Two of Sword reverse is actually the Magician. Slowly but surely, you are building your confidence, but yeah, that's one the issue that you need to work on it. So, a lot of you guys need to work on it. Anything else? It keep telling me the same thing. You're gonna go out more next week, or even if not going out, you're gonna be texting more people next week. Kind of like reconnecting with friends. Some of you will be going out with your friends to like have fun only. Scorpio. Okay, what Scorpio need to know next week only, please? Keeper. Only for next week for Scorpio. What they need to know. Another message. So far. What is this talking about? I don't know. You will get people message you. They may show some concern, but the intention is good. They check on you, so don't get like a thing that they're just being busybody. No, they actually truly care about you. You got people gonna message you like next week, checking on with you, things like that. So that's the way to show support towards you. You also got the High Honor upright, that means a lot of success next week. Expect a lot of attention towards you. Okay, why is this one here? Okay. Okay, for the one that has been feel disconnected with your person, okay, this is very odd. So this got like bunch of categories. For you feel disconnected with your person, you're not being chosen by your person. So next week, you're gonna like be thinking about that person, and if you've been thinking about wanting to heal that connection, yes, you can. Bad health reverse. So actually, you can still heal that connection if you want to do it. But if you just want to walk away, then it's fine also. What is this talking about? The outcome is good. What? Okay. I got very specific stories for Scorpio. For the one that for Scorpio, they're dealing with someone that's quite wealthy. It's talking about you're gonna feel disconnected with that wealthy person. Either you're already experiencing this connection emotionally, or you're gonna experiencing that. I don't think that's gonna heal back though. For that particular Scorpio that's dealing with wealthy man. So I need to tell the truth. So I don't feel that that's gonna like be able to, you feel like the connection will be there. I don't think that's gonna be healed. You also pull the moving, so some of you will be moving. And for the one that actually have a child, your child gonna have some sort of situation where we need to pay money. So it's kind of unexpected spending. So maybe it can be as simple that your child needs some new clothes, new shoes, something around that. So yeah. Okay, let's go to your table. There's a very specific one with the wealthy man. I feel like it's not gonna become better, so I feel like it's just time to move on. So table for Scorpio next week. Yeah, getting over things. Okay. Getting over past situation. Are you kind of like being not cooperative next week? Kind of just want to focus on your work, just only your work. There's something you want to achieve, which is okay, but just be careful not being too uncooperative with people in your work. Whatever you want to work next week is kind of still not there. The success is not there, still dragging. So if you're thinking you want to complete this work next week, it's not gonna complete next week, it's gonna drag. Yeah, it's talking about your work. You're gonna be like extra full on working next week. You don't want anything emotional next week. That's what's picking up. Also, I'm seeing you're kind of like take a step back in messaging with people, friends. So you just want to be in solitary energy, work only. Not sure what's happening with you guys. For the one that dealing with, okay, for the one that, is it come on the keep basically, for the one that dealing with the fire sign, kind of playerish, they kind of reject you in the past, communication sucks, you're gonna close off emotionally from that person. Anything else? Yeah, you're gonna turn your back away with that from that person. But that's good though. By you actually turning your back away, right, you're finally able to let go them, and you finally get back your confidence, take back your power. So yeah, that's good actually. Do that. You feel like yourself again next week. I mean, starting next week after you finally turn your back towards that person. Good reading. Let's put 45. Okay, last sign, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. What Sagittarius need to know next week? Why everyone pull this privileged person in reverse? For you, in what context? It's talking about money. Talking about money. A lot of sign next week got some extra spending, unforeseen spending. I'm not sure how you're gonna have this, but yeah, a lot of sign pull this same energy. Privileged person reverse tie with the sudden wealth. For you, sudden wealth reverse. So basically something related to you need to spend money, so that's kind of impacting your money flow next week. You also got some delay on your travel. Okay, why does this say? Okay. A lot of you guys gonna feel like your work, you're kind of being cheated by your work. Maybe you kind of feel like you're being shortchanged by your work, but nonetheless your work actually what going to help you to overcome your financial situation. So just keep working for the time being. A lot of you feel like you give a lot but you're being paid not what is supposed to be, kind of being shortchanged. But I feel like just continue work on it. For the one that has an issue with your financial, kind of like I'm feeling like the one that actually kind of like get big worries about your financial. Like you worry by end of the month whether you can pay rent or not. It tells me that in the future, like 4 to 5 months in the future, that's not gonna be your concern. And I feel that's tied into your work, so keep doing your work. It's just hanging there for next 4 to 5 months. And if you're not being chosen as a main person by your person, right? I'm seeing that it's not gonna be a big concern for you anymore. So kind of like you getting over shit. Anything else? Nothing else. That's the same message. Okay, let's go to your tarot portion. Okay, tarot portion for Sagittarius. What Sagittarius need to know next week? What Sagittarius need to know next week? What's coming up for you guys next week? balance for you. Lack of confidence. What you don't see, right? Things actually gradually become more balanced in your life. Things become more better in your life, but you kind of like don't have the trust that things gonna become better for you. But it's actually, yes, behind the scene, yes, gradually become better. And for some of you guys that are looking for a new opportunity, the energy is there. New job, new project, entrepreneur, new project is there, new business is there. So just work with the energy next week. Delay on your travel, that's come up again. The time is not right. For the one that want to do travel or vacation, the time is not right. 3 of 1, why is it here? Why the 3 of 1 here? Yeah, you're not gonna entertain anything from a past. Yeah. That's predicting, yeah, the moment I say you're not gonna entertain anything from the past, just pop up. So someone want a second chance with you, but you're not interested with them. You're just gonna wait for the right one. Yeah, a lot of you guys kind of worry about your financial stability. And a lot of you guys kind of thinking about the missed work opportunity, like project that you miss out, things like that. But yeah, the same message for you. In the future, we got a lot of more options about money wise. And we can read this from relationship. Also, a lot of you guys that worry that you never meet your person or kind of don't have a stable person, right? And you guys also worry about the missed opportunity from the past. In the future, we will get more option. But I'm seeing you're not open up in the future for more when the option come into your life. So if you do want love, you need to learn how to open up. Because in the future, you got 7 of Cups, but clarifying that King of Cups reverse. So you're actually not open. You got more option in the future, but you're not open toward it. You kind of like in your head about it. What you're in your head? Why are you in your head about? Okay, you're in your head because of a heartbreak from the past situation. So that means you know, right? You need to work something at this moment. Either you need somehow you need to try to get over that heartbreak, because in the future you're gonna get more option. People wanting your attention, want to be with you, but just make sure you're not closed off when that time comes. So yeah, start to work on the to get over the heartbreak, whatever that kind of heartbreak, whatever people done towards you in the past is in the past. So learn from it, heal from it, and move on. So that's all I have for you guys for next week. Hope this helps you guys to navigate next week. If it does, please do share, like, and subscribe. And I thank you all for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye y'all.